leaning into the unfolding of how this week is going to go is going to be your best savior. Hey guys, it's Terry. Happy energy reading. Woo, woo, woo. We have an energy reading here about to happen for the week of October 19. Yes. So just remember that these are timeless readings, which means whenever you have the opportunity to watch these, even if it's not the time when it's being posted, so for example, during the week of October 19, there is such a thing as divine timing, so you will hear this message at the right time, at the right place, whenever you're supposed to hear it. Also, remember that this is a reading for the collective, which means not all this information is going to resonate for everyone, so just take what does, toss what doesn't. And if you would like something more personal, more private, we can arrange that by booking a one-on-one session with me. You just check out terryhuberman.com, click on the book a reading section, and you can just go from there. All right, so when I looked into and had a chatty chat with the spirit world, they were talking to me about, or the theme or the overview is about being creative in ways of getting around. That could also mean transportation, but just getting around whatever it is you need to get to. So oftentimes we humans will make things more difficult than they have to be, right? So instead of just going from point A to point B, we'll kind of dance around, right? Because we have fears, whatever those fears are. It could be rejection, it could be abandonment, it could be just whatever fears we have based on whatever experiences we've already had, right? So a lot of times we're just dancing around. It's something we don't want to do for so many reasons. So when they're talking about we have somewhere we want to go or something that we have to do or someone we need to even talk to, or get our point across, we're going to have to be creative in how we get to our goal or how we reach that way. Now, in terms of transportation is coming up a lot. So, be really compassionate and kind to yourself and patient if by any chance you need to have any auto mechanic work or your car breaks down or your skateboard breaks or I don't know, whatever. Transportation means mobility, getting around, moving around. You probably also want to be careful where you walk, right? I'm not predicting injuries, but if there is an injury, that might interfere with your mobility going someplace, right? Also, in terms of communication with people, are you going to dance around subjects or are you just going to get all up in there and just go right to it, right? So they're talking about creative ways, not avoiding, okay? So for in the cases of conversations that need to be had, not avoiding, just getting right up in there. Just remember, say what you need to say. And if someone is upset by what you have to say, us humans don't have to walk on eggshells and we don't have to be responsible for how someone else takes that information, right? Or how we receive that information. Everybody who receives information, they're receiving it from their perspective, their point of view, their lens, their outlook on life, right? So we do need to be kind and compassionate to people who, if we do say something, that they might receive it in a way that we didn't intend to necessarily, but they're picking it up and they're receiving it from their lens. And that's okay because miscommunication happens all the time, right? You can hear the cockatoo communicating right now too. He's ringing the phone. So the important part of communication is repair, right? Extending a conversation, having a conversation. Sometimes this conversation doesn't get finished or completed in one session. Sometimes it has to go on for a while, and that's okay too. I mean, whenever you're in any kind of relationship, that's just what happens, right? So in regards to communications or whatnot, just get out there and just say it, okay? Say what you mean and mean what you say. And then if the other person gets upset, you should be compassionate towards them receiving the information through or how they received it, but you can't be responsible for how they received it, but you can clean up a mess. Okay. And also just don't forget, there could be car issues or transportation issues. Maybe accidentally you miss a bus, or like the subway is running late or something. It just feels like, a week. There could be frustrations in trying to like get to where you need to go, whether it's having a conversation to work shit out, whether it's getting someplace, and there being car breakdowns or whatever. There's just a lot of like having to go around to get to. That's what they're talking. So let me pull some cards here and see like what the cards say about this. Right? Yes. Stand by 1 second. I'm using 4 cards for this reading. So I felt like I just had to take a breath. Like I just have not been breathing much. I mean, I always breathe, obviously. Right? But I just needed to take a deep breath. I got one more card here. Here we go. And then we'll go ahead and we will do a reveal. Very interesting, these cards. Okay, so here we go. Here we go with the card reveal. We have the 8 of Diamonds, La Mano, 6 of Air, and Healing. And look, a boat, transportation. So this is what we have going on for the week of October 19th, the weekly energy reading. 6 of Air, Healing, 8 of Diamonds, and La Mano. Okay, so first of all, you should know that everything that happens this week is being divinely orchestrated for our higher good to bring us healing. Now, that means that it can potentially be a heads up buttercup alert kind of week emotionally. And I do feel like there will be emotions that are going to be really evoked and provoked. Lots and lots of emotion, okay? And this does have, I mean, I just feel like this is just, you know, piggybacking on what I just said about getting to someplace, going somewhere, either transportation or like trying to get to the final say or the final call or whatnot. It is being divinely orchestrated, so it is for our highest good. Please keep in mind that leaning into the unfolding of how this week is going to go is going to be your best savior. Is that how I want to say it? Your best bet. It's going to be your life saver, like your raft. Leaning into the unfolding. There's going to be a lot of like, I don't know which way should I go? What's, you know, what do I do next? And really the best way to kind of go with the flow of the week is just see what's happening next. Only next. That's it. Don't worry about next, or final, right? Just worry about next. And that's how you'll know which direction you need to go in. You do want to be as precise and deliberate as possible in terms of choosing the direction. So in other words, like if you're having car issues and it breaks down, it might be time for you to go, okay, I'm going to get this fixed. I'm not going to like, you know, put it off anymore. Or if someone has been saying something to you and you're tired of walking around eggshells, you know, around them, you can just say, I'm just going to fucking say it. And then if it turns into an argument, we'll work it out, right? So it's being divinely guided, but it is for our highest good, for abundance. So this is a block that we could feasibly be working out this week, which is really good because then it takes us to that next level, that next step of growth, evolution, towards getting us into the frequencies that we need to be in to match what it is we're working towards, our goals or whatnot. So it can be an emotional week, which just gives us an opportunity to practice moving our energy through the end result is that we overcame something, but the way we overcame something was that we went through it, right? And that's kind of like the theme of this week. Like, stop going around and go right to it, go right through it. And the same thing with our energy. This will be a week where we're going to be given an opportunity for the energy of everything that happens to us in this week. And it does feel like an emotional week. We get to work the energy and motion, the emotion through our body to get to where we need to go. All right, you guys, heads up buttercup kind of week. Yeah, I'll admit it. Yeah, this is not gonna be an easy one. But we can make it easier if we lean into the unfolding as it unfolds instead of trying to pre-plan and strategize and all of that. So that's how we go with the flow. We just lean into the unfolding of it. All right, you guys, what am I always saying to you? Stay connected. Stay connected to your friends and family. Stay connected to yourself. And of course, you can stay connected to me. Check me out at terryhuberman.com, and I'll see ya on the flip side.